ァイアボルトアルゴフェスタ
In the bustling city of Orario, where gods walk among mortals and adventurers seek fame and fortune in the depths of a dungeon, Danmachi, also known as It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, delivers a narrative that balances thrilling action, heartfelt character development, and profound themes of growth and connection. While its quirky title might suggest a straightforward romantic comedy, the anime is a rich tapestry of adventure, magic, and relationships, all driven by a diverse and memorable cast. Let's explore the world of Danmachi by examining the characters, the magic system, and the themes that make it such a standout story. The city of Orario is the beating heart of Danmachi's narrative. It's a place where gods descend from the heavens to live among mortals, forming familia, guild-like groups that serve as both families and organizations. Each familia is led by a deity, who blesses their members with Falna, a divine mark that grants mortals extraordinary abilities. At the center of the city lies the Tower of Babel, which conceals the entrance to the dungeon, a sprawling and mysterious labyrinth filled with monsters, treasures, and secrets. Danmachi's magic system is an essential part of its world building. The Falna, bestowed by gods, transforms mortals into adventurers, with their stats and abilities directly influenced by their patron deity. This divine blessing creates a unique leveling up system that ties progression to effort and experience. Magic itself is rare and highly individualized. Each spell reflects the personality and potential of its user. Bell's Firebolt may seem unremarkable compared to other spells, but its versatility and his creativity in wielding it make it a key component of his success. The series also explores the darker side of magic through characters like Fells, an immortal mage whose mastery of forbidden spells raises questions about the price of power. One of the most intriguing aspects of Danmachi is its intricate system of power scaling, leveling up, and character stats. This system, derived from the Falna bestowed upon adventurers by their gods, provides a structured and engaging way to depict growth, both in terms of raw power and personal development. The Falna is a divine blessing that acts as the cornerstone of the power system in Orario. When a god or a goddess takes a mortal under their care, they inscribe the Falna onto the adventurer's back. This blessing allows adventurers to gain experience from their endeavors, whether through defeating monsters in the dungeon, acquiring knowledge, or achieving personal milestones. The Falna is unique to each individual and evolves based on their achievements. It essentially gamifies the adventurer's growth by converting their experiences into measurable stats and abilities. These stats are divided into categories such as strength, agility, dexterity, magic, and endurance, each reflecting different aspects of a character's capabilities. At the heart of Danmachi lies the dungeon, an enigmatic and sprawling labyrinth that serves as both the primary setting for the series' action and a central metaphor for the challenges of life itself. But what exactly is the dungeon? How does it work? And why are adventurers so driven to explore and conquer it? Let's examine the lore and mechanics of this fascinating structure. The dungeon is a mysterious, multi-leveled labyrinth located beneath the city of Orario, accessible through the Tower of Babel. It's not a mere man-made construct, but a living, breathing entity, brimming with dangers, treasures, and secrets. The dungeon's true origins remain one of the greatest mysteries of the world, steeped in the mythology of gods and mortals. What sets the dungeon apart from a typical maze is its sentient nature. The walls seem alive, capable of regenerating themselves and spawning monsters to maintain balance. This constant creation of threats ensures that the dungeon remains a dynamic and evolving challenge, adapting to the actions of those who enter it. The dungeon spawns monsters organically, often directly from its walls and floors. These creatures range from low-level threats like goblins and kobolds to massive floor boss monstrosities such as Goliaths and Eudaeus. Unlike surface-dwelling monsters, dungeon creatures are imbued with magic stones, which serve as their life force. When a monster is killed, its magic stone can be harvested and exchanged for currency or used to craft weapons and items. However, the dungeon isn't merely a spawning ground. It also reacts to the presence of adventurers. If too many monsters are defeated or adventurers linger on a floor for too long, the dungeon might summon reinforcements or even create irregular monsters, which are far stronger and more unpredictable. This makes every venture into its depths a calculated risk. The dungeon is divided into multiple floors, each increasing in difficulty as adventurers descend. The early floors are relatively safe, with weaker monsters and straightforward layouts, making them suitable for beginners. However, as adventurers venture deeper, the floors become larger, more complex, and populated with stronger and more dangerous creatures. Certain floors feature unique environments, such as the watery domain of the middle floors, or the volcanic landscapes of the deep floors. These changes in terrain introduce environmental hazards that test adventurers' adaptability and teamwork. At key intervals, adventurers encounter floor bosses, immense and powerful creatures that guard the transition to lower levels. Defeating a floor boss is a monumental achievement, often requiring the combined efforts of a well-coordinated team. These battles are among the most dangerous and thrilling moments in Danmachi, serving as both a test of strength and a milestone of progress. The ultimate goal of the dungeon remains tantalizingly ambiguous, as no one has ever reached its final floor. For many adventurers, the allure lies in the challenge itself, the chance to test their strength, claim treasures, and etch their names into history. For others, it's about survival, as the wealth generated from monster drops and rare materials is vital to Orario's economy. On a deeper level, the dungeon represents a pathway to self-discovery and growth. For characters like Cranel, it's a crucible where courage, ingenuity, and determination are constantly tested. Each descent into the dungeon is both a physical journey and an emotional one, reflecting the adventurer's internal struggles and aspirations. Our protagonist at the center of Danmachi is Cranel, a young and inexperienced adventurer with dreams of becoming a hero. Bel's journey is defined by his rapid growth and unyielding determination. His inspiration comes from an early encounter with Ais Wallentein, the famed sword princess who saves his life from a minotaur. While this moment initially fuels a romantic crush, it also ignites a deeper desire within Bel to grow stronger, not out of vanity, but to protect those he cares about and stand as their equal. Bel's relationships form the emotional core of the series. His bond with Hestia, the goddess of his tiny familia, is a touching mix of loyalty, humor, and genuine care. Hestia, also known as the goddess of the hearth, is a virgin goddess. Hestia is very perceptive regarding certain details. She can also read mortals and tell if they are lying. Hestia's unwavering belief in Bel underscores the series' theme of faith in oneself and others. Despite their humble beginnings as an underdog familia, their mutual support allows them to achieve feats that larger, more powerful familia often fail to accomplish. Hestia is more than a source of comic relief or romantic tension. As Bel's patron goddess, she represents the importance of having a foundation of trust and love. Despite her often jealous nature, Hestia's unwavering belief in Bel motivates him to push past his limits. Her own journey, from a deity struggling to attract familiar members to one who fosters a loyal and capable group, mirrors the themes of perseverance and faith. As the guardian of the sacred flame, Hestia rules over the protective fire. However, this ability was weakened after she descended to the lower world, and thus she cannot do much with it unless an altar is prepared for her. Unlike traditional RPG systems where leveling up occurs through simple accumulation of experience points, Danmachi takes a more narrative-driven approach. In this world, leveling up signifies a profound breakthrough, a moment of extraordinary achievement that transcends routine progress. Cranel's ascension to level 2 was not merely a result of grinding in the dungeon, but came after his victory against a powerful silverback and his demonstration of unwavering courage and adaptability. Each level up in Danmachi represents a significant narrative milestone, symbolizing growth not just in strength, but in character. The challenges required to level up increase exponentially, making higher levels rarer and more prestigious. This ensures that the progression feels meaningful and earned, emphasizing effort, creativity, and determination over brute force alone. When adventurers level up, they gain access to development abilities, specialized enhancements that reflect their unique traits and fighting styles. These abilities allow characters to diversify their capabilities and adapt to different challenges. For Bel, his skill, Argonaut, epitomizes his heroic aspirations. This ability enables him to charge up his attacks with tremendous power, allowing him to face opponents far beyond his level. It also underscores his reliance on strategy and timing, as the skill requires preparation to unleash its full potential. Other characters exhibit abilities that reflect their experiences and personalities. While Bel is the driving force of the story, the supporting cast adds depth and richness to the narrative. Each character brings their unique perspective skills, and struggles, contributing to Belle's growth and the broader themes of the series. Ais Wallentein, a member of the powerful Loki Familia, is a skilled and stoic adventurer who serves as Belle's inspiration. While Ais' reserved nature contrasts with Belle's emotional openness, their dynamic explores the idea that even heroes have vulnerabilities. As Belle trains under Ais' guidance, their interactions reveal her own struggles with expressing emotion and her connection to the dungeon's mysteries. Ais Wallentein's unparalleled strength and dexterity reflect her years of rigorous training and single-minded dedication to become stronger. Liliruca, or Lily, begins as a cynical and untrustworthy thief. Her initial betrayal of Belle is rooted in her survivalist mentality, shaped by years of mistreatment and exploitation. However, Belle's kindness and unwavering faith in her spark a transformation. Lily's redemption arc is a powerful commentary on the healing power of trust and the importance of a found family. She becomes a steadfast ally, her resourcefulness and tactical mind proving invaluable to Belle's journey. Welf Crozzo, a blacksmith with a cursed lineage, represents the theme of self-determination. As a descendant of a family infamous for forging magic weapons, Welf rejects the destructive legacy of his ancestors, choosing instead to craft weapons that empower rather than corrupt. His decision to join Belle in Hestia's Familia reflects his desire for genuine connections over transactional relationships, and his skill as a smith complements Belle's growing abilities. Haruhime, a former prostitute from the Ishtar Familia, embodies themes of redemption and self-worth. Once treated as nothing more than a tool due to her rare ability, Yuchide no Kuzuchi, which temporarily boosts an adventurer's level. Haruhime's arc is a poignant exploration of reclaiming agency. Belle's willingness to risk everything to save Haruhime from exploitation highlights his unwavering belief in her humanity and value. Her gentle and kind-hearted nature makes her an indispensable member of Hestia Familia, and her support bolsters the group in critical moments. Yamato Mikoto. Mikoto, a former member of the Takamikazuchi Familia, brings a sense of honor and discipline to the group. Her background as a skilled adventurer and her loyalty to her old familia highlight the importance of bonds that transcend loyalty to a single god. Mikoto's abilities, such as her mastery of Kokonoe, a powerful defensive magic, add tactical depth to Hestia Familia's battles. Mikoto's quiet strength and unwavering dedication to her comrades make her a crucial ally in both combat and camaraderie. One of the most compelling aspects of Danmachi's power system is its inherent balance. While characters can achieve extraordinary feats, they remain bound by their stats, skills, and the level of their opponents. Belle's victories often hinge on his ability to think creatively and adapt to unexpected circumstances, rather than relying on overwhelming power. The series also explores the consequences of power. Characters like Ais and Ryu grapple with the emotional toll of their strength, while figures like Haruhime struggle to find value in themselves beyond their abilities. These nuances prevent the power scaling from feeling overly simplistic, ensuring that the focus remains on the character's journey rather than their stats alone. In Danmachi, power scaling, leveling up, and stats form the backbone of both the narrative and the action. By tying progression to personal growth and emphasizing the importance of teamwork, the series creates a compelling system that enriches its world building and keeps viewers invested in every step of the character's journey. Ryu Lion, a former adventurer turned barmaid, adds a layer of complexity to the story. Haunted by the tragic loss of her comrades, Ryu initially distances herself from adventuring. However, her bond with Belle rekindles her sense of justice and redemption, leading her to once again fight for what she believes in. Ryu's character explores themes of grief, healing, and the enduring strength of ideals. Ryu is calm and stoic, but also cares deeply for her friends. She is strong due to her past experience as an adventurer. She is always ready to step in and assist no matter the cost. Unlike most elves, she doesn't bear the same hatred towards the Crozzo family or their magic swords for their role in the destruction of the forest the elves lived in, stating that the event took place many years ago and that her village wasn't directly affected. As time passed, she began to think that beautiful elves were the ugliest of all people due to seeing how her fellow elves behaved towards other races. No matter how much she tried to forget it, once she began thinking about it, the thought firmly planted itself in her mind. Eventually, the thought became enough to make her decide to leave the forest. After arriving in Arario, Ryu became an adventurer known as Gale. Belonging to the Estrella Familia, due to her previous combat experience and the constant clashes with Evilus, she managed to grow at an astonishing rate. She reached level 4 7 years ago after defeating Alfia, along with the rest of her familia during the Great Feud. 2 years later, the Estrella Familia was caught in a trap, set inside the dungeon by the Rudra Familia. Although they managed to survive, the resulting damage caused the Juggernaut to spawn, a monster that killed almost everyone present, leaving Ryu and Jura as the only survivors. Overcome with vengeance, she persuaded Estrella to leave Orario. She didn't want her to see her revenge. After that, she single-handedly destroyed the Rudra Familia as a part of her rampage and those associated with Evilus through various trickery, traps, and assassinations, causing her to be branded as a fugitive due to the ensuing chaos. Her revenge finally fulfilled, she collapsed in an alley where she nearly succumbed to her injuries. Fortunately, she was discovered by Seer and nursed back to health by Mia Grand. Ever since then, she has joined the Hostess of Fertility as one of the waitresses. One of the key themes in Danmachi is that power scaling isn't just about individual strength, but also about teamwork and synergy. While Bell's stats may rise rapidly due to his special skill Realis Phrase, which accelerates his growth based on his emotional and physical dedication, the series consistently highlights that no adventurer can survive alone. The concept of Familia itself reinforces this idea. Each member contributes their unique strengths to the group, creating a balanced and cohesive unit that can face challenges beyond the scope of any single individual. For example, Liliruca's resourcefulness and tactical planning complement Bell's straightforward courage. Welf's skill in forging unbreakable weapons provides the team with dependable tools in battle. Haruhime's ability to enhance the entire group's power becomes crucial in dire situations. This collaborative power scaling ensures that the narrative remains grounded, even as characters grow stronger. Challenges in the dungeon and the formidable enemies within it scale accordingly, maintaining tension and stakes throughout the series. No hero's journey is complete without formidable adversaries, and Danmachi delivers a range of challenges that test Bell and his allies. The dungeon itself serves as a relentless antagonist, its monsters and traps pushing adventurers to their limits. Beyond the dungeon, Bell faces rival familia, like Apollo Familia, whose leader's obsession with controlling Bell sets the stage for intense battles. Antagonists like Asterius, the powerful Minotaur, symbolize Bell's internal and external struggles. Their confrontations are not just physical, but represent Bell's growth as a fighter and a person. Meanwhile, deities like Freya and Hermes add layers of intrigue and manipulation, reminding us that the gods' whims often have dire consequences for mortals. While Danmachi focuses on heroism, camaraderie, and the drive for self-improvement, its villains are crucial to the narrative. These antagonists, ranging from rogue adventurers to manipulative deities, serve as obstacles that challenge the heroes and push them to grow. Each villain brings unique motivations, ideologies, and impacts that deepen the story's complexity. They are catalysts that drive character development, deepen the narrative, and explore the series' themes. Whether it's the personal stakes of rescuing Haruhime from Ishtar Familia, or the existential threat posed by Evilus, each antagonist contributes to the complexity of the story. By challenging the protagonists physically, emotionally, and morally, these villains elevate Danmachi beyond a simple fantasy adventure, creating a rich and layered narrative that keeps viewers invested in the journey. Beyond its mechanics, the dungeon functions as a narrative device, shaping the arcs and growth of the characters. Its dangers force adventurers to confront their fears, push their limits, and forge unbreakable bonds with their allies. For Bell, the dungeon is a proving ground where he learns the value of trust, teamwork, and perseverance. The dungeon also serves as a stage for exploring the series' deeper themes. Its seemingly infinite nature evokes questions about ambition and the human desire to conquer the unknown. At the same time, its sentient behavior and mysterious origins suggest a greater cosmic order, hinting at connections between the gods, mortals, and the dungeon itself. The greatest mystery of the dungeon is what lies at its lowest levels. Some speculate it's a source of immense power, a divine secret, or even a key to understanding the gods' presence in the mortal world. For now, the answer remains elusive, driving adventurers to risk everything for the chance to uncover the truth. And Danmachi, the dungeon is more than a backdrop for adventure. It's a living, breathing challenge that shapes the characters and the world around them. Its mysteries fuel the ambitions of the adventurers, and its trials bring out the best and the worst in those who dare to face it. As viewers, we're left to marvel at its depths, eagerly anticipating what lies below. At its core, Danmachi is a story about what it means to be a hero. Bel's journey challenges traditional notions of heroism, emphasizing that true strength lies not in defeating enemies, but in protecting and uplifting others. His ambition to grow stronger is deeply intertwined with his humility and his selflessness. The theme of connection is central to the series. From the familial bond between Bel and Hestia to the friendships he forms with Lily, Welf, and others, the story underscores the idea that no one achieves greatness alone. Each character's growth is shaped by their relationships, reinforcing the importance of trust, loyalty, and mutual support. Danmachi is more than an action-packed adventure. It's a heartfelt exploration of growth, relationships, and the pursuit of one's dreams. Through its dynamic characters, inventive magic system, and profound themes, the series captures the spirit of heroism in a way that resonates with audiences. Bel Cranel's journey is a reminder that greatness isn't measured by power alone, but by the bonds we form and the courage to stand for what we believe in. So, whether you're here for the action, the magic, or the emotional depth, Danmachi offers something truly special. Which character or character moment stands out for you the most? Let's continue the discussion and celebrate the rise of the Hestia Familia together. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please share, like, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, fellow adventurers.
No!